So how many people are staying in the room for this class? Raise your hand and do a jig. Just kidding. Nothing? How many people are staying in the room? Lorraine, where are you going? Don't do this to me, Lorraine. Don't break my heart again. All right. I know. Everybody's leaving me. It's fine. I'm used to it. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why I did this back to back. So I was like, we got to have good participation because you all are going to have to do this. Those in the back. All right. Well, let's see. How many people we got on Zoom? 4. All right. I've seen worse. Wait, more than 4? Oh, wait, way more than 4. Okay. Way to show up, Zoomers. Zoomites, as Carl Spencer says. What do you think? Should we give it another minute? 10 minutes? Anybody know a good joke? I heard a good joke the other day. Well, oh, I was thinking to myself, this would be a perfect joke to say in a command class. I don't remember. Next time. Well, it's definitely a dad joke. Oh, yeah. I don't know any other jokes. Sydney, you staying? Sid? All right. The Sids? All right. I'm going to turn this off. One more delaying tactic. Okay, Zoomers, can you hear me? Can you see the screen? Am I sharing correctly? Joey gave me the thumbs up. Thank you, Joey. Wait, is that Joey? You're like kind of, it's not Joey. Who's that? Is that Bradley? Oh, okay. Let's see here. We've got
Robert
on. Novalee, Rena, Melissa, Ruth. All right, we'll just go into it. Okay, hey, welcome to Commissions, guys. Aren't you so excited to kill green sheets? Raise your hand if you're excited. You're shaking your head. Don't give me that. Just say you're excited. Just say it. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. I'm excited too. We're going to kill green sheets, and we're going to start using commissions. I'm going to spend the first, let's say, I don't know, 5 minutes. Like this. That's how easy this is. Spend about 5-10 minutes teaching you how to do it. And then we're going to just jump into Q&A. Okay? So if there's anything that I'm about to go through that you don't understand, you probably need to come to boot camp. Ever heard of boot camp, Lacey?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I'm just kidding. I've said it like 7 times today. Okay, well, let's jump into it. So when you are in command, we're going to assume that you know how to create an opportunity. Okay? So we're going to jump into our opportunities. If you don't know how to create an opportunity, come to boot camp. I'm going to say that like 6 times in this class. We're going to, oh, wow. What am I doing?
Come to what?
Oh, thanks, Justin. So jump into opportunities. We're going to go into an opportunity. Who should we choose here? Where's Luke? I think he's in here somewhere. We'll use Padme. Okay, so we've got Padme in here. I bet one day Disney will find out that I just use all their Star Wars characters as my lessons, and they'll sue me. But nobly take note. Start a fund for that. Okay, so you're in an opportunity. You have all your documents done. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Let me start over. When you have an opportunity, you have 3 days once you get under contract. Dean, correct me if I'm wrong. 3 days to let Dean know that you are under contract. So time is of the essence here. You have to let Dean know. You have to let the brokerage know. And the way you do that is through the commissions tab. So you get under contract. The first thing you're going to do is create an offer. Because if I don't have an offer accepted here, let me just hit this, and then there we go. If I don't have an offer accepted, this commissions tab is grayed out. It won't let you do anything in commissions tab unless you have one accepted. I'm laughing at Ryan because he's just walking around handing out his extra swag. Any questions on that? Okay, to create an offer, it's super easy. Add new offer. We'll call it whatever you want. Create an offer. I'm just going to literally fill in the blanks, right? So we'll do where we're at, 998 North, 1200 West. I can select from the KWLS. And by the way, anytime you click this button, it defaults to your listings. So should pop up right away. So we'll go into parties. We have to decide who's who's the seller, who's the buyer. I'm representing the buyer in this scenario. We'll put Clay as the seller and Clay, so we're buying Clay's house basically. Terms, here's all the terms. We'll say that it's an offer. The total amount is what matters the most. If you don't want to take the time to fill out what is cash and what is financed, that's fine. Am I going too fast? So the down payment would be in the cash box is the question. Yes, anything that has to do with cash. So it could be the down payment, it could be earnest money. I mean, earnest money comes later too. I mean, this is all up to interpretation. Whatever you feel like cash means, yes. Okay, so Dean's remark is just put it all in cash. Don't overthink this. Put the purchase price in cash. That's probably a wise way to go. The only reason why I would say not to do that is that the beautiful thing about offers is that you can create multiple offers in Command and create a comparison sheet for your seller so that you can show like, oh, here's this. We have 17 offers because it's COVID, you know, and here's the differences between all of them. And here are my top offers, right? And so then you can actually compare. This guy's actually all cash, while this one's 80% financing or whatever. But other than that, yeah, Dean's absolutely right. Like if you're a buyer, just put it all in cash. So we'll put it all in cash. We'll say 400K. And yeah, seller will contribute. So we can do a residential service contract. We can do settlement, so closing costs, whatever you want to put in here. Here's the earnest money. Probably industry average is like 1%-ish. So we'll put 4K. And then I can compare agents. Again, this is more for the seller side. So if I know the agent and I want to have a conversation with my seller about the other agent, then I can have that conversation. Dean. Oh, Zoom is telling me to slow down. All right, I'm gonna take a deep breath. Obviously, I've taught commissions before, and so I just like get into my zone and talk really fast. But I'm going to work on talking slowly. Oh, okay, sweet, awesome. I'll go back for just a second. So you're gonna fill out the information of your offer here. Fill out the information of the agent here, and you're going to save it. Now, let me just take a step back here. We just want as much about the purchase price more than anything from this, especially if you're a buyer. That makes sense. Like, let's talk about like the high level, the reason behind this. One, we have to notify Dean. That's a legal responsibility that we have to do so that when we get audited, we don't get sued, basically, right? Fined. That's the word. And then two, as a market center, we need to know what our projections are. We need to know, do we only have one listing this whole month? Like, where are we at as a market center? How do we stay in the top, you know, how do we keep 20% of market share in this county, right? And we can't do that unless we know what's going on. But the biggest things that we need to know are the purchase price and that it exists, okay? So that's kind of the overarching mindset behind this. So here's Clay Winder. Wait, that's right. So I can accept Clay's offer. Well, this is Clay's listing really, but I can accept it. Does that make sense? And once I accept it, that commissions tab gets ungraded. Any questions up to this point? Does this seem pretty easy? Yes.
So I know you just said that purchase price is the main thing you focus on, so you don't necessarily, like, it's optional to put in the earnest money and closing costs.
So the question was, I mentioned that purchase price was the most important thing. So then is it optional to put the earnest money, so on and so forth? I'm going to leave that to your interpretation because purchase price is the most important thing for sure. But earnest money, if the more information you don't put into command, the less details you'll have later. So the less you can learn about how your team runs or your client runs or your agent or you. Does that make sense? Because it may behoove you to know, to keep track of what earnest money amounts your team does and how often maybe a certain earnest money amount, that contract falls through. That makes sense. Just The more detail, more of this, no, the more you can run reports later. Yes.
So as a buyer, if you get an email saying they accept your offer, you just go in that.
So the question was, as a buyer, if you get an email that says your offer has been accepted, then do you just go in here and just put it in here? Yes. Or you can, or do you hit accept after? My suggestion would be don't create anything in offers until it's accepted. Does that make sense? Because you're going to put in a lot of offers as a buyer. I would not create an offer in here for every single one of those. That makes sense? Now, as a seller, you have to keep track of all of the offers that you receive. And they won't automatically go into command. So you need to put all of the offers either in here or a copy of them into command. Does that make sense? Dean, am I wrong on that? Am I good? Okay. Other questions? Yes?
If it's a limited situation and the offer was done by somebody in the office or a seller from the office, do they link?
If it's a limited situation and there's two agents working in our office, do they link? That's the question, right? No, they don't. You still have to create one for yourself. And you can tie in that agent, you can bring them in, right? You can, because you can put in their information, but there's not that connection currently. Yes?
Yeah, just to explain easily, there's the buy side and the selling side, there's the risk side. So there's two opportunities.
Yeah, Dean's comment was, yeah, because there's two opportunities being dealt with here, even though we're both in the same brokerage in this scenario, there's still two completely different opportunities. We manage our own opportunities. Okay? Feel good? Does this seem pretty easy so far? I know I've talked about it a lot, but like that took me like what, 2 minutes to make that offer, right? And then once I made that offer, commissions tab. So I'm in the commissions tab now. I can go through, I could edit information. So scenario, I put 3% when I originally made the opportunity as my commission percentage, and then it changed to 2.5. So I can go into here and be like, oh shoot, it actually changed. I'm gonna change that to 2.5 because I'm a terrible agent and I didn't get the full, just kidding, just kidding. No one laughed at that, but it was funny, so it's fine. So I can change it there. That shows my total commission based off the percentage, contract date. I can change the contract date, so on and so forth, save changes, and then update it in here, okay? Now, as I'm going through this, you'll notice some cool things. It shows my royalty. It shows how much I'm paying to the office, shows how much I'm taking home. So in this scenario, my commission would be $10,000 and I would take home, wait, that math doesn't make sense. What am I missing here? Oh wait, that's why. Because this is showing up as 12%. Okay, that's why. Okay, this is a good point. I'm glad this example came up. So the one hard thing with commissions, well, it's not even hard. The one thing you have to remember to keep track of is that when you change percentages here, there are certain things that they're fixing right now that don't automatically update. So you're gonna notice this. So my total commission here is $10,000. So it updated all the general information and everything that's in relation to it here. But my gross commission here is $12,000. So it didn't update this when I changed it from 3 to 2.5. Does that make sense? So I have to change it here as well to reflect the 10,000. So this will update automatically. Oh my gosh, let me go. Is that better? Okay. So this will update automatically, but this might not. You guys following my logic here? So my net pay dropped down. That makes more sense. So I make $7,800 off this. You can see what my cap is. You can see both in the company cap and the royalty cap. It's just a full breakdown here.
Wait, so where does it say how much the brokerage is getting, like cap-wise?
So the question was, where does it say how much the brokerage is getting? This is the total for the brokerage here because I haven't capped yet. And then down here shows the percentage of how close I am to capping.
So that $2,000 goes towards your cap.
So that $2,000 goes towards my cap, exactly. Yep. Question.
So I'm guessing you're probably about to show this, but like on the green sheet, we could add another agent. And
Yep. I'll show you that.
okay.
Yep. So the question was, how do I add another agent in a scenario? Or how do I give a deduction? Or if I have a TC, How do I add that fee, right? Something like that. Down here, so I can add another agent here, right here. However, this is for agents in KW. This is super easy if you're like in KW. So like scenario, I'm on Aaron Arrington's team. You're on Aaron Arrington's team, right? Okay. I'm on Aaron Arrington's team, and Aaron is the rainmaker, and someone on his team has the deal. Heather Morley's on Aaron. Okay, sweet. I'm just throwing out names, making sure I've got them right. So Heather and Aaron are working on a deal. Aaron makes 50%. Heather makes 50% because she's a buyer. I don't know exactly how that would work, but that's where you would do it when you add an agent. Now, so when I go here, I can say, okay, this agent makes 50%. So it's kind of like a green sheet, right? 0.5. So I can calculate the commission there. Oh, there's $5,000. I scroll down. I need to find the agent. So let's say in this scenario, it is Aaron. Well, let's do Nova Lee. So me and Nova Lee are doing a sweet deal together. We've got Nova Lee in here. Oh, it didn't change. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to save changes. We're going to add Nova Lee into here. Now it's going to automatically bring up all of this. So here's Nova Lee's stuff. You can see that her split, what her rate is, and her net. Now mine is still up here, mine is still 10,000. So I have to go back here and I have to make this 0.5 as well. Because I can't have 150% commissions, right? That doesn't make sense. So your total of agent units just needs to add up to 1. The most common scenario where you even use this, just so you know, is when you're on a team, right? The team split is 50-50 or 60-40 or 30-70 or whatever it is, or you're doing a referral, right? I referred my person to Taylor Frampton, which is what I do for the most part. And so I make 25% and he makes 75%. And so I need to add him in here, right? But you just need to make sure that these units add up to 1. That make sense? This is pretty easy so far. Okay, so another scenario, I just have a deduction. If I scroll down at the bottom of add another agent, I can add an item, choose the type, and I can do a bonus, a concession, a deduction, an inside referral. So in my scenario with a Taylor Frampton, I would do an inside referral because we're inside KW. Or an outside referral. So if I'm teaming up with someone from Berkshire or whatever it might be, and they're sending me someone that I'm working on, or I'm sending them someone, same scenario here.
Hey, Josh,
So on and so forth.
can you hear me?
So I can do any of those. Let's say, for example, I did a deduction. I can fill out all this information and say, I want to pay to my transaction coordinator, which is blank person. Here's their information. Okay? That makes sense? Once this looks good, again, you have to do this all in the first 3 days. Okay? And I've talked a lot about this so far, but really this takes like 5 minutes. You make the offer, that takes 2, and then you just kind of check it, especially if you're a solo agent. You just kind of look over it, make sure it looks good, and then hit submit. Okay? So in this scenario, we'll save changes because, oh, I don't have anything there. So then I would just hit submit. Yes. Okay, so Novely just let us know that we do not allow. Novely, feel free to unmute yourself anytime when I say.
I am unmuted. You can't
We do
hear
not
me.
allow inside referrals, only outside referrals. An inside referral would just be adding the agent like I showed you at the beginning. That makes sense?
Yes.
By that, we don't mean you can't send a referral to someone in our brokerage. We mean that you don't do it that way. You don't use the inside referral option. I remember Nobly talking to me about this. Now it's sparking memory. You just put their name here. You don't scroll down here and click add item and then go to inside referral.
Don't use inside, always just.
Yeah, don't use inside, just add the agent. Okay? Yes, question.
So, we have to do this all in the first 3 days. Can we just create the opportunity and the offer in the first 3 days and wait to do information towards the end to make sure?
What a fantastic question. So the question was, can we wait to send the commission, probably because you're thinking the commission is going to change, right? How many scenarios do you have where you have a buyer who drops out of contract or then they have to find another house or whatever it is, right? Happens a lot, right? So the answer is no, you can't wait. But there is a solution, okay? So once you're done, once everything looks good here, you're going to hit this magical button, submit. I'm going to submit this. I'll tell Molly. I can choose if I want to donate to KW Cares. This is Novalee. I'm assuming that this, oh wait, no, because she's part of the deal. So I can have Novalee donate as well if she does it, if she wants to. Then hit apply. Well, not this time. Hit apply. Wait a minute, something's wrong. Total agent commissions don't equal the total commission for the opportunity. So so let's look at that. Total commission is
Josh?
$10,000.
When he
Then I
changed
have
the unit to
10,000 here
0.5, he
and
didn't hit
5,000
the
here.
refresh
That doesn't make
commission
sense.
button.
So I changed it to
There it is,
50-50,
calculate
so I have to
commission.
change this back to 5,000.
If you hit that calculation
Or I
commission,
could have just
we'll do that for
calculated the
you.
commission. Save changes. Boom, now it's gone. That make sense? Submit. So now the commission is under the review by the MCA. So your question comes here. So it's been 3 days, you did everything you're supposed to, you sent in your commission, you submitted it. So then something changes, right? Shoot, now the purchase price is this, or we found out that there's a new roof and so we need to drop the commission or whatever it might be, right? In that scenario, we don't pay you off this. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, I turned off my, there it is. I turned off the sound, Zoomers. I'm so sorry. Wait, was that playing Spotify the whole time, Zoomers?
No.
Okay, good. Thank goodness. I can hear you now. So, okay. Let me bring this down so I can see who's talking. Okay. Cool. So if you have questions, Zoomers, feel free to kick in. In fact, before I go on, do you have any questions?
I have a question.
Sweet. Shoot.
So, when you were saying about we have to put all offers into command. So say we have a listing, we get like 6 offers on the table. We have to put all 6 of those offers into command, even though we've only accepted 1.
Great question. We just have to have record of all 6 offers. So you don't need to put them into the commissions or the offer side of command, but you have to at least put the documents into the documents section. Am I right?
So they have to go into the under contract section under documents.
Yes, under contract section, there's probably, you just add an item, right?
Hey Josh, when you're done, would you go show them what the offer comparison thing looks like so they can see why they may want to put those in there?
Yes, definitely. So I'll show you that. Dean's got a quick comment on that though. Dean, what's your comment?
The listing, I have 6 offers, we're only accepting 1 of them. 5 offers should be in the custom folder.
Okay, yeah. So Dean's saying just create a new custom folder here for the other, let's say you have 6 offers. For the other 5, you can just add them here. New custom folder. We'll just do extra offers, right? Oh, geez. So then I can go into extra offers, I can add a document, and I can just throw in each of those offers here. Does that answer your question?
Yes, and that makes so much more sense because I was going to say it's going to get really confusing if we're adding all of them under contract and just creating different versions.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, so that makes more sense.
The benefit of it though, again, is using this. So if I add a listing, the problem is that this isn't a listing, but this button right here is where you would generate an offer URL, which would compare all of the offers that you have. So there's pros and cons to it. But if you don't want to do the comparison offers through here, which I would definitely recommend at least trying it once so you can get a feel of what it looks like, then you can just put them into the document section. Is that good?
And
Yes, that's good. Thank you.
Okay.
I can just upload all those Repsy offers there. I mean, I had 20 offers on a property last week.
Yeah, so honestly, you could probably, Dean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you could probably just throw them all in one PDF and just upload that single PDF into it as long as they're all there.
Okay.
So actually the recommendation is separate PDFs for each offer. So, and that makes sense because then you can go back. My phone's ringing. It's bug in my pocket. Then you can go back, and if crap hits the fan, you can go back and separate between the offers, right? Yes.
So how are you comparing them though with that offer URL thing? Like what is Command going to use to compare them and make them look like a better offer than others?
So the question is, how does Command compare them basically when you pull that up? Let me see if I have a listing that's ready for this. I'd rather not spend too much time on this. I guess it's only 1:30. All right.
You wanna do it later, you can.
We'll do this really quick.
Hilarious.
Let me see if I have one where I can do. So this one only has one offer. So we're going to throw in an offer here. We're going to hit parties. We'll do Luke and Luke, associate's name. We'll do F and F. Terms, we'll do $900,000 billion. That's a good offer. I'll tell you what. Wait. Oh, that's earnest money.
That's percentage.
Whoops. Okay, what is that? 90. Oh, it has to be less than $99 million. I can't do it $1 billion property. Come on. There we go. We're good. $90 million, that's pretty low. Agent analysis, we'll save it. We've got 2 offers here. We're gonna change our response. That's fine. We'll generate, oh right, no, that's the wrong one. So there's 2 here. There's compare offers and there's generate URL. So if I generate the URL, I can copy that URL. I can go up here. I can hit paste. And this is the offer form. Wait, what's happening here? No, I'm doing the wrong thing here. Hang on. That's something else. We'll just do the regular. What's missing here? There we go. Yeah, so I'm selecting which offers I want to select to compare offers. And then it goes through and it just goes through each of the sales price, the cash, the finance amount, the earnest money amount. It just puts them side by side so you can see them side by side basically. Any questions on that? I can download it. I can email an offer comparison. You have 2 offers. Check it out, kind of thing. Does that make sense? Any questions on this?
If you're presenting to a high S or a high C, they will love that document. Absolutely love that document. So know your audience.
That's right. Know your audience. Any questions? Feel good about that? Okay. All right. Back to scenario. Sorry, we got off track of your question. Back to the scenario here. You're working with Padme. You've got your commissions in. You've submitted your commissions. Now look at this. I can't do anything. I can't add a note. I can't change it back. So what you need to do in this scenario, so let's say something changes, right, is you just need to message Molly in Command, okay? It's super easy. So if I am up here in Documents, there's this little dinker called Add Comment. I'm going to click on Add Comment. I'm going to go click the @ symbol. Everybody see that? I click the @ symbol. It brings up all these different people, wonderful people in our leadership team. The one I care about right now is Molly. And I'm going to say, hey, Molly, the purchase price changed to whatever it is, $99 million, whatever this number is. Thanks. Right? That's a sweet commission. I'll tell you what. Any questions on that? Super straightforward. Just message Molly. Again, we don't pay you off of the commissions tab. This is only for our notification purposes and to have an idea, because if the division comes and walks into our door and says, hey, how many people do you have under contract? We legally have to be able to say this was exactly how many we have, right? So we don't pay you off that. We'll call you if we have questions, if something doesn't look right. But if something changes, then you can just message Molly. Feel good?
Hey, Josh, another reason they would want to do that is we want them to know what their GCI is going to be for the next 90 days. And if their offers are in there and they've used the commissions tab, they're going to know what their income is going to be.
Yep,
And,
exactly.
yeah, that's
So when
on
I'm
the,
over here in opportunities, there's this little dinker right here. This is showing me what my probable or potential income is. And a lot of this is based off that commissions tab and what is going through command. Does that make sense? Okay. Was that easy enough? So scenario, let's just do this one more time, okay? Because now that you know what we're doing, let's do it really fast and see how quick this is, okay? So let's go under contract. Let's say we're gonna do Amidala again. Well, we can't do her again, so let's go back here. We're going to do a new opportunity for Padme. All right, once I get this up, someone time me. Who's gonna time me? I'm gonna do it so it's not like stupid fast as well. All right, who said it? Awesome, thank you. Okay, you ready? Set, go. Okay, so I'm filling it out. I need to make an offer. I'm gonna add a new offer. We'll call it our first purchase. Create offer. Go down, offer date is today because it just went under contract. That seems good. Close date, we'll put it out until, we'll say November 30th or September, whatever that date is. The address, we'll keep using this one because I don't have another one. All right, who are the parties? The seller, I don't really care about anything but the name of the seller, so we'll put the seller as Darth. Got Darth in there, my homeboy. He's represented by Lord Sidious. Is that how you spell it? Anybody know? No Star Wars fans in here? So with
Looks
an
right.
I, not an, with you, not an I, like this? So it is like this? Okay, cool. We'll go into terms. We'll do a cash value. We'll say, okay, I'm buying a sweet townhome, so we'll say $330,000. And my earnest money will be about 1%. But you know what? It's not 1%. So it's actually $27.89. It's the weirdest amount, but you know. Option fee. Fun fact, my lowest earnest money amount was $25 that I've ever seen. This property I bought. Contribute blank amount to settlement costs. Let's say I want $900 for settlement. Sure. Agent analysis. I don't really care about this because I'm a buyer, so I'm going to save. Okay, so we're in here. New offer has been created. We're going to, oh, I went into the other one. Whoops. Oh, well. I clicked the wrong opportunity. We will, I want to change the response. Oh, I submitted the commissions tab, so I can't change the response. Well, this is fun. That's embarrassing. Let me go back. Keep me on the timer. We're going to include all mistakes here. Where are we at, by the way, for the timer? Okay, it took me 2 minutes and 20 seconds to make that offer, even while giving my little spiel, right? There we go. So start time over. Ready? Okay. So we'll keep this, we'll keep that. I'm gonna go a little bit faster this time, actually, so just kill that timer. Because I'm just gonna get this offer made, just so that you can time me from once the offer is done. Oh, price. I can't have $1 in price. $1,000. That's a sweet house. 10 acres. Just kidding. Save. Okay. Ready? Time. Okay. So offers made. I'm gonna hit accept. Oh, look at that. The commissions tab open. So my immediate next thing is I shouldn't have put $1,000. Well, you know what? I didn't like $1,000. It actually went up to $1 million. So I'm going to change the sale price because I'm an awesome agent and I negotiated 100% increase. What is that? 1,000%
For your buyer.
for my buyer.
Good
Yeah,
job.
I know I'm amazing. Save, oh, contract date. We went under contract today. So what day is it? What day is it? 25th, yep. Save changes. And it's thinking about it. It's because I added like 4 zeros to that number on the sales price. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Now it has to like recalculate everything it ever knew. All right, I think I broke it.
You're exposed.
Josh, how easy to go in and change the close date?
Oh yeah, it did fix. There we go. The close date?
Yeah.
Well, it's the close date is something that's on the other page. So I have to go back to offers to change the close date. I mean, not offers. Wait a minute, I'm missing something here. Let me try this here. There we go. Okay. I think that the close date is, that's a good question. Was that Riley that just asked me that?
Robert.
Oh, Robert, okay. There we go. So it looks like it is in here. So I'm gonna change my response. So notice I'm taking into account like even the mistakes that I'm making. Edit offer. So there's my close date. All right, I need to go back here. Shoot, I put that date instead of September 30th. I'm gonna hit save. That's our estimated close date. I need to re-accept it. Go back to my commissions. Everything's still the same. Oh, but wait, the sales price is wrong again because I forgot to update it on the other thing. So I need to change this back to $1 million. We'll hit save. It uploads. Yeah, probably it's better instead of changing this sales price to go back to the offer and change the offer. To the million, especially with something like that big. Edit offer. Where are we at for time? 2:49. So I'm at about 5 minutes total so far, right? I need to go to parties, and I need to go to terms. We're gonna change this back to 1, 2, 3, $1 million. Save. And this is with me making a bunch of mistakes because I don't usually fill out offers this extensively. Now I'm gonna hit accept. I'm gonna go back into my commissions tab, everything updated. Notice how everything updated too. That was beautiful, right? So I'm a solo agent, so all I care about is making 1%, but you know what, that's not really true. I do usually refer my deals to Taylor, so let's just add Taylor in here. Throw Taylor's name in here, Taylor Frampton.
Isn't he your brother-in-law?
Yeah, he's my brother-in-law. So we'll throw Taylor in there. I usually give him about 75.75. We'll calculate commission. There's $22,000. That's a good day for Taylor. And then I need to edit mine because mine, it can't be more than 1, which is what it's showing here. So I need to put this at 0.25. Calculate commission, save changes. Boom, now I can submit. So just like that, not this one, not this one. Time, 4:10. So it took me 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes with like 60 mistakes, right? That's not bad, not bad at all. So that's the commissions tab, right? As you get into like the swing of things here, it's just gonna get easier and easier. It's pretty easy to do. But the beauty of this is, like with the green sheets, you had to go all the way back into green sheets if you wanted to make a change and edit what you needed and then re-upload the document. Like we're not re-uploading documents here. You don't have to put anything anywhere. It's just all automatic in here and it will update into multiple different locations as well. Feel good? Any other questions? Yes.
I have a few questions.
A few questions. Whoa.
So if the agency offers the green sheet and they're not being paid, and the green sheet's gone, and they're not being paid off commissions tab, what are you?
So the question is, if they're not being paid off of the green sheet and that's all they were paid off of, now I'm confused because so they're getting paid off the commissions tab. Do they not have a commissions tab?
No, because you mentioned that they're not, that the commissions tab is not updated at all. Did I get that wrong?
Okay, yeah, so the question was, I mentioned that they're not paid off the commissions tab, so what are they paid off of? What I mean by that is, like, that's not, like, we don't look at the commissions tab and say like, oh, there's the final number. Like, we do our due diligence, we make sure we check with title, like, we make sure that we're paying you the correct amount. But the commissions tab just gives us a base. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then I have two more, sorry.
okay, you're good.
Quick.
Two more questions.
The other one is for the capping, because it's mentioned the percentage that you are to have to be capped.
Uh-huh,
Since we're both on Eric's team, so if we did the agent split basically,
uh-huh.
would it show automatically if the agent is capped or not?
Yeah, so the question was, will the capping section in commissions tab show whether or not the agent, whether on a team or whether they're solo, has capped or not? Answer is yes. It should reflect like almost the exact percentage. Now, do I say that with 100% confidence? No. Will you be paid with 100% confidence off of what your cap actually is? Yes, absolutely. Like, I don't deal enough in the commissions tab personally that I can be like, oh yeah, I've never seen anything with this, but I'm like pretty darn sure. So I'd say 90% sure. Nobody
Hey,
got
Josh.
any comments on that? Oh,
Yeah.
who's there?
So it's going to be 100% correct unless you've submitted a commissions tab and then something's changed on it after. That kind of a change is not reflected until transmittal. But if
Okay.
if you don't make any changes, then it will be 100% accurate. Does that make sense?
That's your question?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, awesome. Any other questions?
Yeah, my last question was, you already mentioned the purchase price that gets like changed or like there's like escrow instructions.
Uh-huh.
That we let Molly know, but you mentioned changing the like the closing date, like
Yep.
if something doesn't get done in time. So is it basically any change that happens to the contract after you submitted the commissions tab, you let Molly know all the changes?
Yeah, great question. So the question was, is it for any changes that have to do with the commissions tab? Do we need to let Molly know? Because once we hit submit, I can't go back into that offer and make those changes that I made because I hadn't hit submit in commissions tab yet. Does that make sense? And the answer is, it depends on what the thing is. Like the close date, Molly doesn't really need to know the close date because she's just going to get the check and then pay you whatever that check comes. But things like the purchase price or the commission percentage or really those are the main two things. Or if there's like a referral fee or something like that, or someone comes into the play, you know, then she'll need to know. Anything money related, basically, exactly. Any more questions that answer?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Okay, perfect. Any other questions?
Josh, I have one.
Okay, great.
Can you show how to do a real outside referral to an agent outside the market center?
Yeah, perfect. So an agent outside the market center, if I go into Padme's thing here, I need to open up a new one actually that's not, I'll go back to my opportunities here. So let's see here. Let's go to under contract. Let's go to Randall. We don't have an offer in there. Should we throw one in there? Sure. Create an offer. Parties. G terms. Nope, I keep doing that. Hardest money amount. 900,000, agent analysis. Obviously I deal with very expensive properties. I mean, I'm just kidding. Accept commissions. Okay, so you have a scenario, you have an outside referral. If I click on add another agent and I scroll down and I click on add item, there is outside referral. So I'm gonna click on outside referral and I'm just gonna basically fill this out. The referral percentage. So if I am, this is echoing a lot. Is this better? It's just where I was standing right there. I think it's because the mic's right there. I mean the speaker. So if, let's say I'm referring the buyer out, right? Usually I would make 25% off of that. Or if I'm receiving a referral, it'd be 75, but we'll go with 25. So I'm referring someone out. What type of what type of tax ID? Usually it's like an EIN. If it's like a brokerage, so then you can put the tax ID of that brokerage. They'll probably send you a W-9 in that scenario, or you will send them a W-9. I guess you probably wouldn't need to fill this out if you are sending the referral, only if you are receiving the referral. So we'll change that. 75% brokerage company name. I mean, this is just fill in the blanks, right? But this is where you do it. Does that make sense? Mason gave me the eye roll like, no, Josh, that made no sense.
So I have one now where I'm getting the 25%
Uh-huh.
and a year in Florida.
Yeah.
Where do I put that?
So the question is, I have one now where I'm getting the 25% from an agent in Florida. Where do I put that? So you probably, now Novali, don't kill me for this. So I'm going to say something and then you're probably going to correct me, okay? So just brace yourself with this. Like, I don't know. That's a good question. Ideally, you would fill this out and you would just put the 25% and put your amount. But at the same time, they're just going to send you a check. It also depends on if you do it in command.
I don't have a copy of the contract either.
You don't have a copy of the contract, which is very common, right? Like people don't usually create an opportunity for their referrals. So I'd almost say like, just let the check come in and then we'll just deduct it from your, because that's not a deal that we are doing. That's a deal that their brokerage is doing. Novali, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
There's going to come a time when we will have referrals go through command just so that you can track those kinds of things and have all of the data in one spot. Right now, we don't require that to be in command. If you are receiving it, right? If you're sending it, then we absolutely have to have this information so that we can pay the other brokerage.
Yep. So if you are doing the referral, if someone's sending you a referral and you're taking care of the referral, you need to do this. If you're sending a referral somewhere else to a different brokerage and they're doing the paperwork for that, you don't need to do this. Just, they'll ask you for the things that they need. Oh, I need a W-9 from you. You send it over, they'll send you a check, basically. That feel good? Yes.
So to get multiple referrals from the same outside referrer,
Uh-huh.
can you save their info and just say,
So the question is, if you get multiple referrals from the same outside referral person, can you just save their info? No,
Nope.
it's not an easy way to do that.
No, it has to be entered every time, at least for right now.
Yeah, in the referrals side, it'll save some things if it's a KW agent in the referrals module, but not in terms of payment. Does that make sense? Any other questions? You guys feel good about this? Dead silence, so no. So, I mean, again, first of all, I'm recording this. So you can go back and watch this. I'm gonna put it on your YouTube channel and you can watch it as many times as you need to. But it's gonna take you like maybe once or twice to kind of like get your feet wet and get inside it and use it. But after that, this is way easier. I don't know, I can't even tell you how many times I get a call about green sheets just to get into the green sheet itself. Because you know how you have to put no for the 2 first questions. You know how many people don't know that you have to do that? And so they call me about it, you know? So like this is just easier. Everything, the flow is just more natural. It's gonna simplify your life. So especially if you're not doing things like referrals and stuff. Because if you're doing referrals, it just gets complicated no matter how you do it, right? But if you're a solo agent, you just want to be able to just submit that dang commission. And that's what this is for. Okay.
What is the YouTube site that it will be
YouTube
on?
site. Ooh, great question. Let's talk about that. So if I go to YouTube, there is a web page called KW Westfield Official. This one. So this is our old one, and I could not for the life of me figure out how to get access to this thing. We tried, but we failed. So we have the official here. So this has multiple different things. I'll throw it in here, how to dominate your Facebook ads. I've got a contact to close. So if you are in the middle of a transaction and you've never used command and you don't remember a certain part of it, then I have a 4-part series to walk you through it. We're constantly adding videos to this. So hop on, subscribe to it, and you can be in the know of what's happening. But this is where we put a lot of our trainings. Yeah, the question was, all the Ignite sessions are on there too. Not all of the Ignite sessions, but most of them are. It depends on the day. So Ignite, 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 Ignite. Yeah, that's it. So we've got like what, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half of them are on. You know what? I think that I need to upload more of those. I think I have a couple of those. But yeah, that's where we were putting the Ignite sessions, and then we forgot about it. Thank you for reminding me, Kristen. I need to upload those. So yes, Ignite sessions usually go on there. Also, all the things that we put on Facebook, like meetings like this, go on there. Cool. All right. Should we call it? You're welcome. Okay, well, thanks for hopping on, guys. We'll hop off here. I'm going to stop the recording, and feel free to reach out to me directly. By the way, if you ever have a tech question and you need like a one-on-one, or if you want to meet with me, you can schedule it on the website. So if you go to kwwestfield.com, oh geez, that's not what I wanted. Westfield, okay, I'm just having a hard time. Let's go back. kwwestfield.com, and up here in Agent Resources, stop it. When you hover over it, meet with Josh. You can click on this link, and it will take you to my Calendly. You can schedule a time whenever you need to meet with me. Looks like this week's pretty booked. But yeah, pretty straightforward. I allow up to like 2 weeks out. So
Are the days that are circled, the days you can schedule?
yeah. Yep. Any questions on that? Cool beans. Thanks for coming. Have a good one.